not sponsored. I could see this being confused for a mop, maybe. And some ads for the chore boy are written in such a way that they read Sponge Boy, kinda. Though following that logic, this 1998 advertisement for a SpongeBob scrub sponge might have caused Nick to have yet another go with the name. Okay, we desperately need some context. First off, we need to prove David Fane's claim, that SpongeBob was originally named Sponge Boy. Well, for starters, he worked on the show season 1, but we can do better. In 2002, the first SpongeBob DVD released. Included as a bonus feature was a behind-the-scenes featurette with writer and storyboard artist Jay Lender.
In the very beginning, SpongeBob was called Sponge Boy, but I think they found out that someone else was using the name. There was another character named Sponge Boy, so they had to change it to SpongeBob, and for about a minute and a half, everyone was very upset about that, and then they realized SpongeBob is better.
So a product and a character? We'll keep that in mind. If we needed any more proof that SpongeBob's original name was Sponge Boy, we can turn to creator Steven Hillenburg's original pitch Bible. Completed in 1997, Sponge Boy Ahoy is what Hillenburg first presented to Nickelodeon when pitching what would ultimately become SpongeBob SquarePants. This book is full of unseen artwork and prototype story ideas. It's well worth a read, linked in the description. You may have noticed none of these materials mention the mop. Well, the mop story is viral, so let's check some websites. When discussing the mop, the SpongeBob Fan Wiki cites the Mental Floss article, 14 Things You May Not Have Known About SpongeBob SquarePants. Coming in at number 2 on the list, the mop fact is attributed to a 2009 blog post on Neatorama, which doesn't have any references. Not so neat. Elsewhere on the wiki, you can find the Sponge Boy mop sourced to Banks 2004, page 31. This refers to the book SpongeBob Exposed, The Insider's Guide to SpongeBob SquarePants. This is not a good reference. The book flat out doesn't mention the mop. It simply reiterates what David Fane said in his trivia book. I also checked the 20th anniversary re-release just in case. Nothing. On the other hand, we have the SpongeBob SquarePants Wikipedia article. It mentions the Sponge Boy mop, referring to a 2006 interview with Tom Kenny, the voice of the titular character.
Yeah, originally SpongeBob, when we started to do the 7-minute pilot, way back in 1997, he was originally called Sponge Boy. After we had recorded the 7-minute pilot with Sponge Boy and everybody calling him Sponge Boy and him referring to himself as Sponge Boy, the legal department found out that there was some kind of a product, like a mop or something, and they had to change it, so SpongeBob was kind of Steve's last-minute fix.
Finally, something of substance, and from a primary source, but fan sites and forums were talking about the mop years prior to the interview. There's gotta be something earlier. Newspaper archives yield the occasional result for Sponge Boy, but never in the context of a tangible product. In 1996, Tampa, Florida saw the theatrical production Who Soaked Sponge Boy? A comedy for all ages, you'll be hard-pressed to find a review, let alone a synopsis of this play. Time to break out All Reliable. The mystical mop is mentioned in the 2004 book, The Magic Behind the Voices, a who's who of cartoon voice actors.
After they already recorded the pilots, the legal department discovered that there was a commonly sold floor mop of the same name, and the character was quickly rechristened with only a slight variation, to have as little impact as possible on the production already in progress.
That text was derived from a 2003 lecture at Harper College, presented by Tom Kenny. Going back further to May 2002, and I believe I found the earliest recorded mention of the Sponge Boy mop. It comes from journalist Mark McGuire's press release for the then-upcoming SpongeBob special, Party Pooper Pants.
SpongeBob, whose name was changed before its July 1999 debut because there was a mop named Sponge Boy, is the top-rated program among youths for Nickelodeon. If a household cleaning product can become a TV star, then raccoon coats can certainly make a comeback.
The press release is an interview with, you guessed it, Tom Kenny, the only consistency in this tangled situation. If anyone would have more information on the mop, it would be Kenny. Unfortunately, asking the celebrity about a 25-year-old cleaning product is no easy task. No surprises there. While I couldn't get a